Here's a YouTube video script about the 2025 Royal Enfield Classic 350, written in paragraph form and staying under 7,000 characters. The legend returns in 2025 with subtle refinements, timeless charm, and an unmistakable thump. The Royal Enfield Classic 350 is back, not reinvented, but carefully evolved. For those who cherish nostalgia wrapped in metal, and the feeling of a slow, rhythmic ride on open roads, the 2025 Classic 350 brings everything you love and then some. Royal Enfield continues to bridge the past and the present, blending classic aesthetics with modern engineering. If you've ever looked at a motorcycle and felt a sense of history and soul in its design, the Classic 350 speaks your language fluently. At first glance, the silhouette remains familiar, retro to the core. The teardrop-shaped tank, the deeply cushioned single seat, the chrome-dipped exhaust, and the timeless round headlamp. These are not just styling choices, they are design signatures that connect decades of motorcycling culture. In 2025, Royal Enfield hasn't tampered with this identity. Instead, the refinements are subtle but meaningful. New paint schemes and hand-painted pinstripes add a fresh dimension, while the overall fit and finish have been slightly elevated. The build feels more solid, more cohesive. The metal parts gleam a little brighter, and the detailing speaks of a company that continues to mature in its craftsmanship. Underneath that iconic shell, the 2025 Classic 350 carries forward the J-Series 349cc engine, which was first introduced with the previous generation. It's a single-cylinder, air-oil-cooled motor that puts out around 20 horsepower and 27 Nm of torque. On paper, those numbers might seem modest, but on the road, they translate to a smooth, torque-rich riding experience. The power delivery is linear, the vibrations are well controlled, and the engine note is still that deep, familiar thump that Royal Enfield riders crave. What sets the J-Series motor apart is not just its refinement but its usability. Whether you're riding through city traffic or cruising on a country road, the engine feels composed and eager. The 2025 Classic continues to use a 5-speed gearbox, and the shifts are smoother than ever. You can feel that Royal Enfield has worked on improving the clutch feel and gear engagement. It's not a sport bike transmission, but it's not supposed to be. This is about relaxed, deliberate riding. Whether you're cruising at 60 km/h or stretching it a bit on highways, the bike feels planted and reassuring. There's a certain poetry in how this machine moves, never hurried, never harsh. It invites you to slow down, take in the scenery, and enjoy the ride. In terms of comfort and ergonomics, the Classic 350 remains loyal to its roots. The riding position is upright, the handlebars are wide and easy to reach, and the seat is generously padded. It's ideal for long, leisurely rides. New for 2025 is a slight tweak in seat foam density and materials, offering better long-distance comfort. Suspension duties are still handled by telescopic forks up front and twin shock absorbers at the rear, tuned for a balance between plushness and road feel. It soaks up bumps with confidence, although heavier riders might still wish for a slightly firmer rear setup. Braking comes courtesy of disc brakes on both ends, with dual-channel ABS standard. It's not razor-sharp performance, but it's reliable, progressive, and well-matched to the bike's character. Royal Enfield has also refined the instrument cluster for 2025. You still get that analog speedometer surrounded by a retro housing, but now it's complemented by a cleaner digital display offering trip meters, fuel gauge, and gear position indicator. For tech-savvy riders, the optional tripper navigation module remains available, integrating turn-by-turn navigation via smartphone connectivity. It's a thoughtful touch that doesn't compromise the bike's classic aesthetic but gives modern riders just enough utility. Lighting is still halogen at the front, which might disappoint some, though the tail lamp is LED. It's a deliberate choice to preserve the vintage vibe, but perhaps it's time to offer an LED option in future updates. The 2025 Classic 350 is more than a motorcycle, it's a statement. It doesn't chase trends or try to compete in a crowded spec war. It knows exactly what it is and delivers that with confidence and class. It's not about speed or corner-carving agility. It's about character, comfort, and connection. Whether you're a first-time Royal Enfield buyer or someone returning to the brand, the Classic offers a deeply personal riding experience. It transports you, not just physically, but emotionally. Every ride feels like a story. Every engine start feels like a page from history. Of course, no motorcycle is perfect. Some riders might wish for more power, or a sixth gear for highway touring. Others may want a slightly lighter curb weight, especially for maneuvering in tight urban environments. But if you understand the philosophy of the Classic 350, you'll see that these are conscious trade-offs. The bike doesn't aim to be everything to everyone. Instead, it focuses on doing one thing really well, delivering a timeless motorcycling experience that feels honest, tactile, and deeply satisfying. In a world of digital dashboards, aggressive styling, and increasingly complex electronics, the 2025 Royal Enfield Classic 350 stands as a refreshing throwback. It's built for those who appreciate analog charm in a digital world. For riders who value emotion over numbers. It's the kind of bike that earns nods at traffic lights, sparks conversations at T-stops, and leaves a lasting impression long after the engine cools. If you've been waiting for a sign to embrace slow motorcycling, this might just be it. So, that's the 2025 Royal Enfield Classic 350, familiar, refined, and still full of soul. Let me know in the comments what you think about this update. Would you ride one? Or do you already own a Classic? I'd love to hear your thoughts and stories. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more motorcycle content, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Until next time, ride safe and ride classic.